Welcome back everyone, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. I was considering doing off-screen buying and selling, but there's a chance I might run into some freaking, what do you call them, the Magisters that are patrolling. At this point I believe all Magisters are aggroed, so it doesn't matter if I'm collared or not, I'm pretty sure they'll attack me now. Anyway, this is the crafting menu. If you actually know the recipe already, you can just pull it up here and immediately, you know, make stuff. So I can go here and just make a bunch of arrow shafts. It's useful if you know the recipe, but if you don't know the recipe, it's not going to be listed. So you have to do that manually or find the book that reveals it. Anyway, I think that's... Oh, wow. I can make cold mashed potatoes with the hammer. Sure, why not? Here, have some mashed potatoes. Food can be used to like heal yourself and get temporary buffs and stuff, but I never ever use it. I just sell it. And I definitely advise you to keep show unavailable active at all times, because if you don't, it doesn't. For some reason, it won't update properly. So if you like end up crafting materials for another craft, it won't update right unless you exit or re-enter. Or exit and re-enter. Anyway, enough of that junk. Let's do a little bit of inventory management, not much. Just gonna give her her stuff. And that should be it. Yeah, we don't need tentacle ash or any of that. Alright, we'll auto sort. Okay. And it looks like, I think the cold mashed potatoes is actually worth more than potatoes, so that gets you a little extra money. Not really enough to, like, brag about, really. Alright, so, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of shopping, because we're level 4 now, so the shop should update. So we just need to get through here.
You there, what the devil are you doing without your collar? Prefer a cage, do you? No skin off my nose. I got the perfect cell for you. So, you'd rather die here and now than be cured, would you? Fine by me.
Oh, I'm actually shocked that they weren't aggroed already. Not a big deal. We're currently in only one combat. Now, something to note right now is Lose hasn't been caught yet, or hasn't been spotted yet, so she's actually not in combat yet. So I'm just going to run her in here real quick and get her into the combat, just to make sure she's in the turn order. It's a good idea to make sure you do that, because if you don't, she'll just sit there. It can also do some kind of unique things, like if you cast certain like quote-unquote aggressive spells, you can just cast a bunch of them and then run into battle, like rain, or cast a bunch of buffs and then run in, and that can save you a lot of action points. Anyway, this guy's level 4. I just credited him for 66 damage and 15 cold damage, so he is probably not going to survive for very long. Yeah. Finding that friggin' blue two-handed sword was great. My previous, I guess, save or whatever, I had to go and buy a sword, essentially, because I had that spear for so long. Now, one thing I'm gonna be trying to do is when I get fire arrow heads, I'm gonna leave them as arrowheads. Because if you have oil, you can actually make them into explosive arrows, which sounds a little bit cooler, to say the least. Alright, so, well, that person's dead. Surprisingly enough, usually he patrols with his dog, but apparently his dog got, like, out of sync or something with the patrol routes. And people are going to be like, hey, where's your collar? Anyway, while he's going to go and talk to that person, I'm going to go and,
You are in the wrong place. Pinky, do stop. That's for you to decide.
Yep, so now he has access to more skill books. And right now Amara is talking to what's-her-face. The only book we really want for warfare is Whirlwind. It just lets you do a pretty nasty AoE attack.
As you say. As you say.
Yeah, and at this point you could... I like bought one of these swords. Actually, I was holding off buying a sword for so long that eventually I couldn't buy anything except for a white sword, because his stock changes every once in a while. Anyway, we don't need Technical Lash. Don't need any of these buckets. Don't need the mashed potatoes. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the Spirit Brackets Rex. We don't really need to hold on to it. Oh, this thing here, Zack's Talon. It's an infinite use combination item that can essentially apply poison to stuff. So you can actually use this to convert healing potions into poison potions, which can be helpful if you're playing an undead. I also have a shit ton of arrow shafts. I'm holding on to the wood chips for now. You can actually use those for some crafting things. I'm not super familiar with them, but I know they exist at least. Alright, well, we were able to afford everything, so that's good. I'm holding on to the magic gloves for now until I can get rid of teleport. Alright, we'll excuse ourselves. Yes, I have no collar, I know. Anyway. And... okay, I still have a slot left for her. So that's good. So what we can do here is go ahead and get that added to the list. There you go. Alright, good stuff. Let's go talk to Sahila.
She breaks into a huge, childlike grin as you approach.
Oh, I should have sold the identifying glass. Oh well, we'll do it later.
One friend brings another home. Thank you.
Tell her Amaro asked you to bring a token back to her people so that they might come and rescue her.
Her face falls at the mention of her home. Her hands fly instinctively to her eyes, as if to wipe away tears. But she stops herself.
My people, I miss them, but they cannot save me.
Ask why not. If they have a sizable army and enough boats, there's no reason why they couldn't take Fort Joy.
It is not to be. We stay in Fort Joy. They stay elsewhere. This is the way. This is the only way.
Ask where she comes from.
Homeland is gone. Home is wherever my people are. My mother is amongst them. Tova, a great elf. I do not mind Fort Joy, but I miss her very much.
Change the subject. Tell her Amaro showed you the way out. She should join you. You will protect her.
Thank you, my friend. But only you survive the passage. I see it. You are free. We must remain.
I don't know what happens if you try to force the issue, but we're just gonna let this drop. Accept her decision to stay.
Thank you, dear one. You do not regret it. You see.
She squeezes your hand.
I do not forget you. Remember me too.
Alright, quest completed. I kinda wish I can switch characters so I can, like, compare items, but it is not to be. I'm thinking the rawhide skill pants. The bow might be an upgrade, but we don't exactly... that's not really something we're heavily relying on.
We survive, and soon
So we'll take that. Fortunately, you can only take one of the items. Yeah, it would have been a slight upgrade, not a huge one. Alright. She can have the wizard pants. Alright, looking pretty tanky now.
so glad.
Yes,
You
yes,
are in the
you've
wrong
asked that
do
multiple
stop. That's
times
for
now.
you to...
Alright, get that. Thank you. I'm holding on to the shiny red ball. What I was able to use it once, and then the second time I tried doing it, it never gave me the opportunity to use it. But if we can use it, it will help us out. Alright, so our next stop, we need to go talk to the watercaster vendor. No, sorry, not the watercaster. We need to talk to the area thirst guy, which is the shady guy that we've been ignoring the quest for. Gawain is his name.
You again? Tell me, are you alone?
So there we go. So we can get Dazing Bolt, which is an AoE lightning bolt that's actually pretty damn good, and teleportation. So I mean, as much as those gloves are great, but their stats are horrible. So eventually we need to replace them. So we're gonna go ahead and buy these for now. It's gonna eat up a lot of our money for now, but that's okay. Actually, it won't eat up a lot of our money because we have this. We're gonna go ahead and sell all of Griff's overpriced junk. And there we go. Anything else I could potentially sell? Not really. A life essence? Okay. Alright. So... Now you can't have the same skill twice, even if you have it as like a learned skill and a equip spell. So with that being said, let's go ahead and equip her with those gloves now. And then we'll drop contamination for now and take teleport. Things I do to keep organized. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, so now we have a little bit more air spells to work with. Now, the bad part about being like a master of all, well, not, I guess, spread across 4 different spells, elements, is it takes a lot of skill slots to, you know, maintain. I mean, one thing you can also do is you just have very few skill slots and you just alternate based off the fights. But you have to do it before the fight starts, of course. I usually just get her a bunch of skill slots and then just work from there. I mean, with Lone Wolf, you can kind of afford it. Generally, you don't want to put points into memory, because memory, all it does is give you skill slots. Alright, so we got our shopping in. For now, I don't think there's any... Well, actually, there might be one other skill I might want.
She smiles and gives you a long, meaningful look.
Tactical Retreat. We might pick this up, but I have to get a point of Huntsman first.
I couldn't let him kill you. That would be awful.
Okay, so that's been taken care of. Alright. Oh wow, I missed these things. There's some nails up there, but that's okay. Alright, let's go walk around. Let's take a walk. I'm a little surprised that you're not aggro to me.
Where is he?
Hey look, I have no
You
collar.
there. What the devil are you doing without your collar? Prefer a cage, do you? No skin off, so you'd rather die here and now than be cured, would you? Fine by me.
I'm impressed that they've had so many different people say those exact same lines. There we go. So I can either... Yeah, it's fine. We'll just do battering ram. Boop. just to get a little extra damage in. Yeah, I'm surprised that they dropped aggro on me. Yep. And remember that she was supposed to be the quest giver and she would give you a key. Now we have that key. The other guy ran. Oh, yeah, he ran. I'm glad I didn't get him caught in the AoE. So yeah, we're just gonna clear out
You
these
there.
guys.
What the devil are you do? Prefer a cage, do you? No skin off my nose. So, you'd rather die here and...
Alright, that actually makes things a little bit difficult. I finished joining us, but he's level 1, so I don't expect him to live. Yeah, so we got a problem here because we're in a really bad position. Should have buffed first. That's okay. Nice cripple. Do enough damage? Maybe? Might be able to get him. Give it a shot. Yep, that was enough. Okay. Okay, so we have him under control for now. Actually, cast on yourself, that's fine. Alright, knockdown arrows. We definitely need more of those.
She looks at you with wet eyes and manages a wink before returning to her work.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy an empty grenade. We don't need sticks. We have way too many now. I'm looking for antlers, but looks like we're not having much luck with those.
Good to see you. You take care now.
So yeah, the empty grenades are just for something later. Do I want to mess with them? No, not right now. We'll deal with them later. By later, I mean I'm just gonna walk around here and fight them on the other side. Oh, source hound.
She doesn't blink or look away, teeth bared. Best to just move along.
So there's the source hound. He's probably pissed that I killed, what's his face. So yeah, there are 5 guys there. Yeah, we'll come back to them later. Alright, so our next destination. Well, you know what? It'll just be easier to do this. There we go. Black Cat's with us again.
The elf's skin is pale as a corpse's, but his face contorts with inscrutable emotion. Joy, horror, and rapture flash over him like the changing surface of a pond. His eyes lock onto yours.
It's you!
Note the elf's condition and quietly mutter that he's lost his senses from the pain.
Surprisingly, the elf musters a sober frown of indignation.
The pain is great, but my senses aren't gone. Not yet. I'm not the last. The bishop doesn't count. No, he doesn't count. I'm done for, but you, there's still hope.
Wow, he said some weird gibberish at the beginning there. Ask him who he thinks you are.
He screws up his face, as though trying to see a small dot on a far horizon.
You? Why, you're everything. Ugh, you need to go. Dallas, after she took me, she did something. My head. I feel like someone's rummaged their fingers through my skull. Get out while you can.
Place a hand on his cheek and bid him farewell.
Bye-bye, love. Tell him I say hello when you make it out. They'll be looking for me. Tell them.
Alright. We did the imprisoned elf thing. Alright, we met a deranged elf named Virtus. He said we were important but didn't specify why. He seemed to be afflicted by some sort of dark magic. Alright. Let's go talk to this person here.
Who are you? Who are you? You get out of here! Where are the guards? Guards, help!
Unfortunately, I don't really have high persuasion. But here, have a bucket. Not too worried about empty potion bottles. There'll be a point where we get tons of them. So I'll save my money for now. Alright, yeah, my highest stat... Well, wits might do it. I've tried strength before. It usually doesn't work. Hush her and tell her you're here to get her out of Fort Joy. 99. Yeah, most of these people don't want to escape. That's the problem.
What? No. No! I won't go! I won't go! Guards! Guards!
Beg her to be quiet.
You can't silence me! Guards! Guards! Come quickly! There's a sorcerer in my cell! She's unlocked the door! Guards! Why isn't anyone coming? I'm being good! I'm being good!
You'll see. They'll get their hands on you and then...
Bye. Here, I'm gonna take these lockpicks and your bucket and your bucket.
Guards! Help me! Help me!
Yeah, just leave her.
Help me! Help me! I'm not trying to escape. I swear. Make her leave. Take her away.
Yeah, even if we can convince her to calm down, there's not really much point. And there's no guards down here because we killed them all. So we're now on the other side of that cavern I showed off earlier. That had the secret passage that we didn't bother. Well, we took briefly and then left. This place has a... I think if you have Pet Pal, you can do a pretty, maybe an interesting quest. I don't know if it's interesting, but let's just say there are fire slugs, and there's a royal fire slug.
Do you hear that? Something's up ahead.
I don't know what to expect from that, but if you have Pet Pal, you can actually communicate with it. We can't, so we're just gonna say hi.
The fiery slime creature looms imperiously over you and utters a questioning gurgle.
Tell the gruesome slime ball that you don't understand it, and it had better keep out of your way.
The slime beast growls and lurches forward to attack.
He has a move, but he'll... Oh, never mind, he does attack. Good to know. Well... Oh, actually, I was not expecting that. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and encourage. Got it. Alright. Alright, we'll go ahead and move the rest of the way then.
I'll yield to none.
And why not? You can have this one as well. There you go. Buffs for days. So these things will trail fire. They're also always constantly on fire, so they regain health because they get healed by fire. Oh, they all took the same side. Good. That's convenient. Oh, nice crit. Alright. Start blasting him from afar. I do get high ground bonus here, so it will give me these plus signs in the area represent the extra range you get for being on high ground. So there's the courteous slug, but it has the same stats, it looks like. Alright. There's freaking fire everywhere. Is your rain spell back? That will get rid of some of it. Eh, some of it. Fortunately, rain's cooldown is 6 rounds, so it takes a while. It's pretty much safe for me to just grab the stuff and take the fire damage. No one really volunteers to step into fire. Large mallet. Don't really need it. Alchemist breeches. That's actually pretty good. And bouncing shield, but we don't have a shield. But I'll learn it anyway. Alright, so level 4 armor, so I'm just going to give this to her. There you go. She's still missing shoes. Alright, takes care of all of that. Don't worry, eventually we will escape. We just are in no hurry to do so at this point. Yeah, that fire slug up there, well, if you try to talk to it, it'll say like, it like looks sad or something like that. But it doesn't really matter, because we don't have Pet Pal. If you take the less aggressive approach with the Royal without Pet Pal, it'll just growl some, and then the next dialogue option will end up causing combat to happen, so there's really no way to prevent it. I'm pretty sure there's something to dig over here.
What's this? I found
Yeah, there we go. Makeshift wand, magic dagger. Well, we got the Lucky Charm proc. Finally got some shoes. That's an upgrade. Level 3 armor, which we already have, so we'll just end up selling that. We also got a trap disarm kit, which you can use to disarm traps. I never use them, so... actually, let's get that note. We'll read it now. I made it this far, now there's only a little length of ground to cover. I hear them talking, these strange creatures. One is royal, I believe, the others are disciples. But from what I can tell, they've been locked down here a long time. My strategy is stealth. I'll sneak past them during one of the royals' more impassioned speeches, and they'll likely not even notice me. Home, to Carvo, to Rusket, to my farm again. He didn't make it. That's my assumption anyway. Alright. There's a way to do it. Okay, fine, I'll do it this way then. I'll teleport the items. Alright, so we'll grab that corpse I missed, and then after that, we'll be on our way to more fun times. Yay, black cat. Okay. But yeah, you can actually kind of sneak around them if you really need to. All you have to do is cross the river and then go up this little vine ladder. Arr.
The bizarre creature before you seems to be gurgling plaintively, almost as if it's weeping.
Okay, just some money. Alright, that should be everything. Good stuff. Let's get out of here. Alright, so really our only stop is to go up the stairs. Of course we can always go around through other entryways if we really want to, but this is really the direction Withermoor kind of wanted us to go. Well, while that's happening, can I actually craft while moving? Is that a thing? No, you can't. Okay. I mean, I understand it makes sense, but it would be nice if I clicked across the map and instead of just sitting there waiting, I could, you know, do other things. Of course, I could have just, you know, teleported, but that's fine.
Muffled sounds suggest that this scuffed old door leads up to the fort's main floor. It's bound to be crawling with Magisters.
If we don't make it, I'm glad we got this far together.
Whatever lies ahead, it has been a pleasure traveling together.
It says it's crawling with Magisters, but the silent monks don't do anything, so it's a little misleading. Missing it. There we go. Nice little loot spree to go through. Oh, you can't. Meow! That cat is not happy. Are you sure you can't teleport her up there? I thought you could. Nope, just doesn't let you. Alright then. Meow! Alright, we'll loot this in the meantime. Grab that last one in a bit. There's a bunch of locked doors. Unfortunately, I don't have lockpicks to get around them. But this room here,
Those dogs sound out for blood.
these dogs, if you have the red ball, you can actually, like, get through that room without any combat. You'll actually get a bunch of experience out of it, too, so it's not like you lose out on anything. In Darkest Night, put on your mask and decant out one poison flask into that murk, then will absorb a fresh and juicy round source orb. Then at completion of your task, in your hands a cursed poison flask. Alright, let's say I need your teleport one more time. Meow. So yeah, I could attack these guys, but I don't really know what a silent monk is. I might try talking to one. I usually just ignore them and see if they do anything. Here's one of the front entrances you can go get out of.
I've spotted something.
And then there's the hidden switch here. Ancient Passage. First time I played through this area, I actually missed this place entirely. Part of the reason I missed this place entirely, of course, was I actually didn't have anyone strong enough to pull out the spear out of Withermore. So, that's a thing too. So yeah, these are vents. You can actually put things on top of them to avoid the effects. Hello. Lucky Charm, guys. Get it. It helps a lot. So here, we've got some blue boots here. Requires finesse. Okay. I'm going to probably end up getting a point of finesse eventually anyway for Losa. So next time she levels up, I'll get her a point in finesse, and that will pretty much take care of her gear requirements for a while. Mainly it's just so she can ensure to equip a better bow when she needs it.
Looks like this place has been sealed up for a century or two.
Alright.
There could be a good reason why no one dared to enter in the meantime.
Indeed. Oh, hello. I didn't know about... I don't think I spotted that last time either. Oh, there's a ladder there. Never mind, I did spot it then. Worm Tremors. That's a good spell. It's an AoE root. What's nice about it is it's the root effect is based off of... Actually, never mind. It's based off magic armor, so never mind. I don't have any room for it right now, though, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Keeping watch over your bounty, I take it?
So yeah, I'm kind of just running around looting stuff first before we mess with the soul jars. There's kind of a reason for that, too. By the way, if you don't have high strength, you can't actually open these. Which in some cases mean you can't ever complete a certain quest. Unless, I guess telekinesis... No, I don't even think telekinesis can help you with it.
That statue has a strange silhouette.
You notice a deep fissure beneath the statue's right hand.
Look at it more closely.
The stone there is a curious color, as though it was added after the statue was carved.
Scratch out the opening.
A chunk of stone falls from the statue. There's something hidden inside.
Artifacts of the Tyrant. So what we just got was Tyrant Stride. There's an armor set for Brachus Rex. But there's a catch. All of these items are cursed, and they will do us various status effects until you get the entire set. If you have the entire set, it won't have any penalties. We found some armor called Tyrant Stride, part of a full set, it seems. There's something odd about the armor. It seems to emit a slowing aura. Alright. So, let's take a look at these plaques.
Here lies Withermore the Noxious. Here lies Withermore the Sage. Here lies Withermore the Cold-Hearted. Here lies Withermore the Yellow-Bellied. Here lies Withermore the Supplicant.
I believe Supplicant is the one we actually need. 2 of these will be trapped, and 2 of these will summon enemies. And we will want to summon the enemies just so we can get more loot and experience. But we'll do that next time. Well, let's see, what do we got? We'll do this one. Soul jar explodes into glimmering powder. So that's 1. I think this one was the nauseous.
Here lies Withermore the Cold-Hearted.
And you get knocked down. When I played the first game with a friend, they would constantly put ice patches underneath my feet, so I would fall over. Now the place is soaking in water. Alright, well, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.